Hello, my name is Ollie Rolfe, and throughout this short film I will be looking at the colour mauve. The colour mauve was the first synthetic dye. It was discovered totally by accident by the English chemist William Perkin when he was only 17. Fortunately, he had the good sense to capitalise on his discovery, not just flush it down the sink as other failed experiments. Sir William Henry Perkin. Perkin was the grandson of an alchemist. He was born in Shadwell, London, on the 12th of March in 1838. He enrolled at the Royal College of Chemistry in 1853 to study under August Hofmann. Hofmann was an eminent German chemist whose principal research was into coal tar. At 17 years old, Perkin was made Hofmann's personal assistant. Despite his position and facilities available to him at the College of Chemistry, his greatest discovery was made in a private laboratory he had set up at home. Perkin was trying to find a new way to synthesize quinine, which was in much demand in the British Empire for the treatment of malaria, although his attempts to produce quinine were completely unsuccessful. One day he was repeating an experiment with a different reagent, toluidine this time, when a byproduct of the reaction was a brilliant purple colour. On dipping a piece of silk into the colour, the silk became dyed in a unique, different colour. Perkin took his sample to J. Puller & Son, a dyeing firm who were very encouraging, so he established a factory to manufacture this new colour. The finance came from his father, and he was helped by his brothers. Although the dye worked well on silk, he had to work to develop a mordant for cotton, i.e. a chemical that lets a dye stain the cloth permanently. This was just the first of a whole new range of synthetic aniline dyes which revolutionized the chemical, dyeing and manufacturing industries, not to mention creating new fashions. It probably reached its peak as a fashion colour when Queen Victoria wore a mauve silk gown to the Royal Exhibition in 1862. Perkin sold his factory in 1874 to concentrate on his chemical studies and, although he never had a formal academic position, he had an extremely distinguished career, including being made a Fellow of the Royal Society in 1866, being awarded their Royal Medal in 1879, and their Davy Medal in 1889. He was knighted in 1906. Perkin's purpley pink dye was named Mauvine originally. It is uncertain who coined the name, but it was chosen since the colour was reminiscent of the mallow. Mallow had been to describe a colour since as early as 1611, but Mauvine was chosen as a name from the French from the mallow plant which you can see in the picture. Whilst the dye itself is still called Mauvine, or aniline purple, or Perkin's mauve, mauve refers generally to the colour rather than the dye specifically. In his original experiment, Perkin oxidized aniline and toluidine using potassium dischromate. The aniline reacted with the toluidine impurities to make a black gunk. It was when he was trying to clean the black goo out of the vessel that he noticed the completely unexpected mauve colour dissolved in the alcohol he was using to rinse the flask. The actual chemical formula for Mauvine proved very elusive to pin down exactly, not being determined completely until 1994. Rather than a single compound, it is actually a mixture of 4 closely related molecules: Mauvine A, Mauvine B, Mauvine B2, and Mauvine C. As you can see in this picture, this is the skeletal formula of Mauvine A. The colour mauve is now standardized and separated from the actual dye Mauvine. In fact, there are many variations on mauve, some of them more mauve than others. The RGB value designated for mauve is 224.176.225. And as you can see from this chart, with opera mauve, medium mauve, mauve taupe, and old mauve, there are many different shades which have now been made.